think they're all blue.
That's blue.
Yeah, all the green ones are blue, I put them in there. Okay, so there's three more ones I'll get past that. So while we're signing the liquor license, we have Amanda here. And you're all set, Glenn, you can just come back tomorrow and get your copies. Thank you very much.
So I'm going to try to do this as quickly as possible. So I was approached by the Climate Smart Working Waterfront Project from the Gulf of Maine Research Institute. And I just wanted to start it off with something that they wrote in their section was the roughly 140 coastal communities in Maine and their waterfront economies face risk from climate change. Failure to monitor changes to the working waterfront and to develop a plan that ensures the ability to not only conserve working waterfront but to aid in its ability to thrive will lead to the disappearance of Maine fishing communities. Along with the state coastline, there are only about 1,045 points of access that support commercial fishing used and or water-dependent businesses. Of the 5,000 miles of tidally influenced coastline in the state, this represents about 20 miles of the working waterfront access remaining in Maine.
And we have 92 miles here.
We have 92 miles, but the 20 miles that they're talking about is just access points. Out of 5,000 miles, there's only 20 miles worth of access points.
And it's getting worse.
And it's getting worse.
Yeah.
And I was reading somewhere else that they turn around and say that eventually our accesses can diminish to the point that it becomes an irrelevant topic, eventually, which is a very scary thing, especially if you really want to preserve the culture, the heritage, and the accessible income for fishing communities.
Absolutely. So you think we should do this?
Well, I just wanted to go over a quick scope of what is going on, what they're trying to accomplish. So the project aims to create a statewide framework for climate adaptation, mitigation, and capacity building options for working waterfronts in Maine. They're looking to do an inventory assess and critical infrastructure on the working waterfront. Characterize risks to the working waterfront, including sea level rise, ocean acidification, and species migration. They want to run workshops and meetings in Lubec to understand how and why working waterfronts are important economically as well as culturally. And this will be done spring of 2024. They want to develop mitigation, adaptation, and capacity building options, including workforce development, bring users and community members and leaders together in the fall of 2024 to discuss potential adaptation, mitigation, and capacity building solutions. They want to talk to businesses and other users within the industry to see how they can come up with ways to become more energy efficient and lower emissions, and how to get funding for those projects. As regard to the Shellfish Committee, which is why I wanted to bring it to the town instead of the Shellfish, because this is like much bigger than just the Shellfish Committee. They want to talk to people in the lobster industry. They want to talk to dealers. They want to talk to restaurant people. They want to talk to tourists to come up with a good strategy for the future. We are being asked to be one of 4 towns. The other 3 towns is Kittery, Portland, and Tremont. This all comes to no cost at the town. And I mean, this is stuff that towns pay good money to get these resources. And we're given the opportunity to actually get them with no cost to us other than our time and talking. They're also working on getting a financial advisor to help find creative ways to get projects funded and find grants and find match money and find things that small communities have a hard time getting to. Other than that, it's whether or not we want to be involved.
I don't know if you know of this,
But is there a point person that we will talk to?
The person I've been talking to is Stephanie, I can't remember, Stephanie's son.
Yes.
She is the one that's leading this whole entire project.
Good.
And they're forming a committee of about 4 to 8 advisors that will cover financial and
Yeah.
different sections of what will be assessed for
After
a town.
having read it, I realized that this is not the first time I've read it. I think that you and Denise, you and I may have been on a committee where this came up.
Well,
I think-
we pulled it last time.
Yeah.
It was on.
No, I know it was here, but I mean, even after I read
Would
it,
you like to make
it's a
a
very
motion?
good idea. I make a motion that we take this on
Do I
happily.
have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Thank you for your
Thank you.
time.
Thank you, Amanda.
Thank you, Amanda.
Amanda,
Yes.
we're going to, vote on accepting Ursula Danforth's 30 by 30 foot piece of property at the end of Bar Road, so Shellfish Committee can put signs and maybe a bench and explain, like, here's one that, Peter Boyce made up, danger, tidal water, tidal currents of the Bay of Fundy are fast and dangerous for small open boats, canoes, and kayaks. So he
Yep.
offered that to other things, no litter, no dogs, pick
It
up after
also
your
will be a
dog.
good reference place to even, like, as far as what beaches are open and closed, especially
Yes.
when, it will give us an opportunity to post it somewhere else other than on Facebook.
So I thought that since you were interested in that property, that we would
Yes.
accept, I believe the town has to accept
Yes.
the gift you're
Yes.
giving us.
I'll
Should we
make a
do it?
motion to
Yes.
accept.
Yeah, second.
And designate it for the Shellfish Committee.
Mhm.
Second?
Yep, Rachel.
Thank you.
Thanks, Amanda.
All right, so I think we better accept the minutes, because we kind of skipped that over.
Yeah, I vote that we accept the minutes. There is only one thing here.
There's two, of August 16th and
Yeah.
August 21st, as
Yeah.
written.
What did you do?
On one of these, it was the 16th,
Okay.
trailer remnants. I think you have Jerry Moore's and I think it's Gary. Moore's.
Gary, yes.
Yeah, and that may not be a big issue, but,
Change it.
Yeah.
So
I'll second
that
the
being
motion.
said,
Yeah.
second the motion, all in favor? Okay, so we did the liquor license, we're going to
Was that
table.
both minutes that were,
yes.
Yes.
I'll make sure.
Make a motion, we table the duties of the select board. We have enough to do tonight, and we'll review that next time. Second, all in favor? We have appointment papers to sign. Do you want to do that at the end?
Yeah.
You want- I think we can do it now.
Yeah.
We'll do it later. So do we have Pierre Dumont here?
Is Pierre, I don't see him.
So, I believe he wants us to put an ad in the historical,
Yeah.
paper that goes around that's distributed free.
Yes.
Do you know how much that is?
Don't,
Is that-
I haven't got any paperwork, I just
Okay,
got a
so
phone
we're
call.
gonna have to table that until, I make a motion to table that.
Second.
Second, all in favor? Okay, so this is just informational, 5, town administrator certification training. Suzette has started taking courses to be trained, certified as a town administrator. It's quite rigorous, I think it's a 200 plus points, and each class gives you like 3 points, so she'll be doing that a while. Doing that every chance she gets to get certified. And she agreed. No fun lunches for her. Work,
Not this
work, work. So anyway, and I already told you about the title sign.
Mhm.
So I believe we
Do we
can
ha-
go,
Did you make a motion on
close.
that, or was it just an informational thing on the
Mhm.
training?
Do you want a mo?
It's up to you.
Okay, we
I
make
just wanna make
a
sure that
motion
I didn't miss
that
it.
I'll
she
make
can-
a motion
She
that-
can attend them, and of course that involves, a little bit of reimbursement on her part to go to the thing, it's some,
Yes,
and also, and
these are all in Augusta.
she's also gonna be recertified
Bangor,
treasurer, because
Augusta.
that gives us a discount. She's gonna go and do that as well.
Good.
I'll make the motion that she pursue all that and wish her
I'll
luck.
second.
All in favor? So I guess we'll close the select board meeting, open the assessors meeting, and is it 6:30 yet? Well, she
It
said
is.
if we did it
6:08.
early. Oh, we whipped through that.
Yeah, you-
Well, yay.
Oh, and wait a minute, no, we didn't. You're not
We're
done
not-
yet,
we're not
because
done?
you did not sign the warrant.
Oh, we didn't sign the warrants. I always miss that. It's way up here by the picture, it's somehow I do.
Well, I'll make a motion, we sign the warrant.
Yeah.
Second,
All in favor?
Unless I get them.
Sign the warrants. Sure, is that all we got?
Should be three.
Alrighty. Do you wanna call, she said to call Jackie if we get done early. Did you call her for me?
Yeah,
You did.
1 sec.
Okey-dokey.
Okay. Make sure I get everything. And sign the appointment papers you're doing later, right?
Yeah, we'll do it later.
Okay. Actually, you go on here. You're going to get this work.
Well, we'll do it now if she's not ready to talk to us. You wanna give it to me? We can at least list them. There's not so many as last time, right? Hopefully.
No, there's there might be something in the back you don't need right now.
There's something in the back.
There might be, I'm not sure.
Assessor's return for the town for stage
Yes, you got, that's for Jackie time.
That's what?
That's when Jackie comes on. I can't get this to start.
And did you take the babies out?
Yeah.
Oh, the certification, okay. And this thing we could do, the legal thing to let Penny call the,
Oh, the lawyer appointments then? That one?
Oh, the lawyer appointment, we do need that one.
Right. We forgot to add town clerk, because town administrator, Renee was town clerk and town administrator. I make a motion, we sign the authorization from the Board of Selectmen for the following people to get legal advice from MMA, and it's much less than a real, a private practice lawyer. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor? Sorry.
I can't get that.
She should be here. We'll talk about her. So I'm gonna read the appointment papers, and then I'll entertain a motion for them. I'm just gonna read who it is.
Sounds like a-
Amanda Lyons as interim shellfish warden. Carol Dennison, emergency management, deputy emergency management. Robin Hood. There I go, Robin
That's
Hood.
his new name.
Could we have, we need a Robin Hood. I mean, Rob Rich and give to the board, yes.
The new nickname.
Bobby Hood for emergency management. Bobby Hood for fire chief. Kurt Anderson for Parks and Recreation maintenance. Martha Howell for economic development. Just one person. Rhonda Welcomes for economic development. Ben Lubec for economic development.
Can you go up to where it says
Denise
participants?
Rule for economic development. Nancy Harrison and
Ruby?
Rachel Rubio.
Upper, it says what?
Participants?
Melissa Lee for
Next to
comprehensive
chat.
plan.
I can't see.
On the
Oh,
top
Nancy
bar,
Harrison.
right there.
I'm not doing that one.
She's not, yeah, she's
She's not in
doing
there.
budget, right? Is that right? Yeah.
No Nancy for that, because you're going to budget committee. Melissa
County.
Lee, Virginia
Invite.
Moreno, Georgina Rondelicchio, Ben Lebec,
If you go up to
Denise
choose,
Rule, Rachel Lear, Peter Boyce.
I can't see,
Leo,
when you do
get
that.
my fingers on it.
Yeah, you
And,
do it, come over there.
Alex Hendry, okay, that's comprehensive plan. Marion transfer,
Thank you.
Jason Evacious, and your alternate is still,
Oh,
Rachel,
supposed to
you're
open
still
that for
alternate, did you ever go
As
to
long
one
as she
meeting?
promises never to call me.
Yeah, there you go. So I would like to entertain a motion that you accept those appointments from someone.
Second.
Okay, you'll do the motion.
Second.
Second, all in favor? So while we're waiting to get, the assessor on the phone there, we will sign the papers.
I'm gonna get on, I'm gonna,
Seems like we did this
Should you
last
call her?
I'm going to, now, I'm trying to get on the Zoom so
But
everybody's
she's
on
not,
there.
but she's not,
It's-
said
it
she
won't-
wasn't gonna sign up at 6:30, that's when you had to call.
I know, but it won't even let me sign on, I wanted to get on before I get a hold of her, but I'm trying to start it, it doesn't do anything. I'll have a hot door.
tell her to join the meeting.
No, try to join the meeting. Try to join the meeting, for some reason it won't even let me start it.
I hope I can sign mine, that's what they do.
Yep. Earlier I saw someone wanted control of the the Zoom meeting that I didn't actually find that, I don't know if that's how it goes or not.
Always. Somebody else.
Okay, at least the stop button's blue. Oh, I got it, there we go. Ruby, you got something? We might, okay, I can see myself, so can you?
That ain't right.
I don't sign this.
I already, I'm sure I signed mine this
You're
way.
still the only
Yeah,
participant.
or whatever.
I see Jackie.
As long as there's 3,
There we go. Okay, but hang on. Hang on.
we're just signing appointment papers, Jackie, then we're gonna open the assessor meeting. Can she hear it?
She should.
I didn't hear it.
No, because I don't have the remote for the TV. Mr. Ruby? I don't have the remote for the TV. In case she talks, I'm not here to turn the TV off.
You can vote, you can sign.
I can't, can you hear me? Cause I can't hear you.
Okay, hold on.
Come here.
We can hear
It's
you.
muted.
There's a person we can now.
There we go. Oh, there we go.
Can you hear us?
Where's it coming from, this speaker here?
I've never done this one before.
Evidently.
Jackie, can you hear us now?
Apparently not.
Evidently not.
No love technology.
Yeah, it makes life easier.
That's what they say.
And that's
So,
what
okay.
Grandson.
And we, teenager that.
See, this is the reason why I have to get some youth involved, so I can take care of the stuff.
We're not muted. So you leave it her.
I don't know, I think that we should try to do that. Elsie, she's muted.
She's muted?
I think we should
Yeah.
try to,
Now she's unmuted.
Well,
Try it now, Jackie.
we can hear her, she can't hear us.
She can't hear us.
That's
She can't
probably
hear
just
us,
as
you
well.
know.
Imagine that's
Hello.
on purpose.
Probably
I am
so.
not hearing you guys.
We can hear you.
now we can hear you.
Yeah, oh, great. Alright, we'll have to,
We'll have to call her back on her phone.
I got it on the phone here. It's gonna go back and forth.
I'm trying to,
It's echoing on.
trying to see if there's some reason I couldn't hear it last time either, where it went.
She needs to just call in.
If she
She is, she's on the phone.
mutes on there, can we hear her through your phone?
Yeah, just do a Zoom over the phone.
Oh, we're getting it.
Ask,
Now, mute her on there and see. Okay,
turn that volume way up.
Jackie,
Put on speaker.
we can see you, we got you on the phone, and we muted you on Zoom because we couldn't hear you.
Okay, now.
The TV, I think.
That's her TV going.
That's her TV.
Rich is busy.
All right, so
Okay.
we're gonna open this assessors meeting. I see that we need to re-sign the assessor's certification of assessment. Is that correct, Jackie?
Yes, please.
There was, the bottom line is still the same, there was just an adjustment she had to make, I understand. So I make the motion, re-sign the certificate of assessment.
A second.
Is it like 4 places?
Yeah, yes.
It was like
Mhm.
4
Oh,
places.
okay, so everything where it says sign here, okay. And I think we're, holding off on the abatement till you can come in and we can do it, or we understand it a little better. Was that the consensus?
That's what I would
Yes.
like,
Oh,
yeah.
I thought we were gonna do the abatement, but it's up to you guys if you don't wanna do it
I think-
tonight.
Okay, so we need to vote on the commitment
We
first.
wanna talk about. I
We
made a
voted on
motion.
signing the commitment.
You
Yeah,
did
we
vote,
voted.
Carol
okay.
made it, I seconded it, and
All
we
in
all
favor?
Yeah,
voted.
but no one, okay,
All in favor?
okay, so the abatements, you're gonna table.
It's the same thing as saying.
What is this for?
This is for the county tax.
The county tax? Did I ever just stamp a check for that?
Yes, you did.
Is that the full amount of the county tax?
Yes.
It looked like a lot of money.
It
It
did
is.
look
It's
like
like
a lot of
300
money.
and
And the school, everybody got money.
397,000, something like that, 379, yeah.
Okay, that's worse than the school one. All right.
Okay, we had to table the abatements. Motion, second, vote.
I'll make a motion to table.
I'll second.
All in favor? All right. Therefore, now I think that we shall open the assessors meeting up to questions one at a time from the audience,
Yeah, people go for it.
from the public. So just raise your hand, state your name, and then ask Jackie questions you like.
My name is Judy Lyons. Most of the people here would like to know if you can come to Lubec and have a meeting with all of us instead of on the TV.
I don't think it's productive. It's really not productive to meet with groups of people. I'm more than willing to meet with everybody individually. You can ask me questions, general questions here, but with groups of people, they have to be general questions. So, it really isn't a productive way to deal with it.
So,
You're welcome to ask me anything you want, I'm right here.
so when would you be available if people had individual questions to you about their reassessment and they wanted to talk to you?
Well, they can email me, they can call me.
That's what I say,
Probably 15 or 20 people so far.
Okay.
Call me on my cell phone or send me an email at jrobinsonsassing@gmail.com, either one, and I'll talk to you and we can go over it. Because I can get into the computer from wherever I am.
Could you repeat that?
Okay,
What her email is?
we can make
We
sure
can put it
we
up.
can make sure you get her email. So Jackie, could I,
Cards.
go
I
ahead.
can go get cards while she's.
Okay, so could you help me and maybe some people here understand, how the process worked in regards to reassessing and, where the formula came from, kind of in a nutshell? You know, knowing that no assessments have been done in this town for a long time. Yeah, kind of in a nutshell, can you kind of explain how things kind of shook out here?
Okay, all right. So first of all, no cost schedules have been changed in Lubec since before 2000. So what happens is every year, the state comes in and they take all the sales, relevant sales for that year, and they see what the property is assessed for. And then they make a list of all the sales and all the assessments, and then they come up with the percentage of the sale price that something is assessed at. So, they vary, they can vary quite a bit. They take the worst, the one that's the farthest off, the one that's the lowest assessment compared to the sale price on one end, and then they take the ones that the highest assessment compared to the sale price at the top end. They take each of those off. And then they get a percentage of what they call a ratio. It's called a ratio study. So in Lubec, in the last year, it was around 52%, somewhere in there. So So then the next thing they do is, they do that every year. And so what happens is, if you don't get yourself within 92 or 100% of the sale price, then what happens is they start chipping away at the money they give us. They start chipping away at the homestead, the veterans, the tree growth, all those things that we get from the state. They start giving us just a percentage. So for the residents of a town, the best place they can be is between 92 and 100%, so you can get the most bang for your buck from the state. That is most people's goal, most towns' goal. So what I had to do was I laid out a bunch of maps. I put in what all the sale prices were for 20 and 21 on the map, and then I put what those properties were assessed for. And then I found out, one property does not make a necessarily an adjustment. You need to have a little bit of a pattern. So then what I did was I went and I raised the cost base, the cost files on the buildings first and got them up so that they were trying to get them up so the average was around 92, 93%, because if we're between 92 and 100, then we can get 100% of
Can you give an example of that? Could you take one property and give us an example so people can understand? Jackie?
One copy of a town,
Like
I
an-
mean, of a,
Just like an example of one.
Like one property and it's selling in, I think that's what she's looking for.
well, for example, there's one over in Booth's Cove that sold for $800,000, and it was valued at about, I think, about 350. I wasn't prepared, I didn't know you were gonna ask me this, about 350. It's valued at about 350,000. It sold at the end of 2021 for 800,000. There's another property on Booth's Cove that was bare land that was valued at about 100,000, and it sold for 400,000. It's just bare land on the water. So the next step is to with the land and the buildings to try to get up around between 92% and 100%, and 92, 93 is the best place to get because it gets you your 100% reimbursement, but you don't have to be right up to 100. Because if you're up at 100% and that's the average, then you're going to have some people that are over that percentage and some people that are under. Now bear in mind that when you go across, when you're having a reval, it's a little different because some people are closer to the mark and some people are farther away from the mark. So it's got to be an average. It's not like sometimes you can do a market adjustment when all your houses have been looked at, like yours have been looked at, and they've all been done within a short period of time, so they're all pretty consistent. And sometimes you can fall below because of the market after you've got everybody all up to date. Then you can do what's called a market adjustment, where you go across the board and put everybody up the same amount to stay within that margin. And when you do that, if you're doing it across the board evenly, then everybody's rate goes up the same percentage, and the mill rate should drop the same percentage. That is only true if the town, or the school, or the county does not raise somebody came up and bought a house and totally remodeled it, and that changes the value. So anyways, the state comes in every year, they do this report, they give us a Excel spreadsheet and says, this is what this piece of property sold for, what did you have the land for, what did you have the building for, is there any reason this sale, should not be used, either because, it was a distressed sale, somebody sold it through a bankruptcy, or it was a relative, or something like that. So, every year, they do this, and every year, you have the option of either following it, or you can, let your town, like Lubec, had slowly go down and down and down in the numbers. The difference between the, sale price and the assessed value. And then, as you guys probably noticed, you got less homestead every year for a while. You can only do so much without having a revaluation, which is like a snapshot, in time of where everybody's equal, because everybody's been looked at within a relatively short period of time.
Okay.
Thank you, Jackie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I ask one more?
Jen,
I have a question.
And then you.
I basically just talked to a few people that live around us, and what I'm sort of getting an idea about is that there are some people that are being reassessed at a much higher rate than I have been. And there just seems to be within a very small geographic area, a lot of fluctuation, variation, whatever. So wondering at this point, I understand that there were a lot of sales at very high prices over a short period of time, which was to me, it was just a fluke of what that happened with COVID and et cetera, et cetera. So what happens to our properties after this perhaps dies down and our property values start to, let's say, not be as desirable anymore? Is there a way to ever go back down, or is that just forget it? So those are my two questions.
Did you hear
Yeah,
that, Jackie?
all right. The first question is, you seem to have a variation in some areas. I did not have an up-to-date, database, because a lot of the houses that were older were done out of the book by hand. And so there was just a number in the computer, there was no description. Now I can read you off everything about your property to find out if it's correct or not. And then the newer ones, some of the newer ones, were actually put in the computer, which was great, except they were using a different database, a different cost basis. So some of the people that had newer homes were paying more per unit than other people, and that's one of the problems. And it's not necessarily newer homes. Some of them were older homes that somehow got on the computer and were done through the formula, and the other ones, weren't. I mean, there's no set thing. But in answer to your question, now that it's all on the computer, and now that it's all broken down by characteristics of the property, characteristics of the houses, if all of a sudden this was a fluke, we could do a quick decrease very easily, because you could go in and you could take either the land files or the building costs and drop them back without going through this whole mess that we've gone through. You can do it with for lack of a better way of saying it, a flick of the switch.
So what would have to happen in your mind for like that to be something that should occur? Like a year of lower house prices, 2 years of lower house prices, like what kind of?
If we I do it.
And how often do they do that,
Do they do what?
that
Drop
figuring?
backs like that?
Yeah.
Do that?
Yeah,
I don't know about, Lubec. I had it happen in Steuben. And we were able to, I've been doing Steuben since 2006. And if you might recall, 2008, everything dropped. I can't really remember why, but the real estate market, oh, I know
Oh, yeah.
things.
the market went
The
down.
real estate market kaplumped.
Yep.
And Steuben went up to 110%.
Well, Jackie,
And we
that,
dropped it.
I think that, what's your first name?
Cookie.
Cookie?
Yeah, I just
I
think,
don't know if your question was answered, because I
Well,
also
the
don't
last
know
one
why,
was.
yeah, why.
last one was, and it sounds like
But the
that she has
neighborhood
enough
where your
information.
neighbor says less, like, it's not equal.
Well, it just feels like, also when we asked you about, are there zones that they have been taking in consideration, i.e. waterfront, i.e. one block back, i.e. town, i.e. countryside, all of that. And that there seems to be maybe not a coherent set of standards by which we're all gonna be measured equally.
Yes.
And that's, I think, what I'm hearing is that there's people that are, wait a minute, your house is this, my house is that. How come mine was like assessed for more than yours, when yours is a new house, or,
Right.
good example.
Well,
So,
there's a lot of factors that go into it. And you have to have some faith in
We'd like
in
to
the
know.
computer program that has been used through about 390 out of the 400 towns in Maine. I've been working on this program for 25 years. I disagree that it's not equitable. I think it is equitable. I will say there are times when people pay a ridiculous amount for one piece of property that skews that off the charts. And no, you're not gonna go and put everybody up just because one person paid a ridiculous amount for a piece of property. But I happen to believe that it is fair and it is equitable. And if you, I mean, this is what I do to work, and I understand the process, and I have faith in the process. And I know that you don't have to have faith in the process. I mean, I'm not gonna make you have faith in the process, but I have faith in the process. And it's very easy to come in and say, well, I don't know why mine's cheaper or more expensive than his. So if you want to, print out their property card, look at it, print out your property card, look at it, and, see if there's something I missed on theirs, or there's something that's wrong on yours, or it's just, it's not a perfect science. It's not perfect, but it's pretty good.
so basically, I'm not calling in question your professionalism or anything of that nature. I just wanna make sure that you understand, that's not what I'm saying. I just know that there's a few people that I know very well, I know their houses very well, and it's not even that I'm upset about my assessment, I'm more upset about what happened to them in view of where I ended up. So is there a process now that we can undertake in a very genteel way without any, yelling or shrieking or whatever, where we can start a process where people who feel that they have perhaps not being assessed properly, can come back to you and have
Absolutely.
their stuff looked at, right?
Absolutely, that's what
That's what I
exactly she's
thought.
offering.
Yeah.
That's exactly what she's offering, to
That's- I
contact
just
her.
wanted to,
I've been doing that for 3 days.
okay, great.
So how many people have you talked to in the last 3 days? Just a rough figure.
Probably 20.
20.
Probably 20.
Okay. So they can reach you by email, that will make sure,
And phone,
She's
and
got-
cell phone.
and cell phone.
I got business cards of hers on the back bar right there.
So individuals